Morning guys, so a jam-packed week in X Factor this week, possibly one of the most controversial weeks in X Factor history. But first let me start by saying, Stacey's performance this week. Now, you know, if you know me, I'm a big, massive fan of Stacey. Always repping Stacey, I think she's fantastic. This week though, she didn't really grab me. I thought the song wasn't her best one. It was still very good towards the end, but it wasn't her best performance for me. But she did manage to be very, very sexy indeed, and I think that was the main point of the song, trying to get her to do something different. Olly this week, Olly seems to be very similar, like every single week he's giving very similar performances. But he seems to be everyone's pal. Even Robbie Williams liked him and said he wanted him as a pal. Wasn't so keen on this weird dancing this week, but I thought he did a flawless performance as always. And he's a great entertainer. I'm thinking he's one of my favourites to win now. Lloyd, you know, I have a little grudge in him after he sort of saw Rachel get the boot, but I still think he did an okay performance this week. But oh my god, I was cringing so much. Did you see when he was singing the song and he came over to Cheryl and he held her hand and was almost trying to woo her? It's ridiculous. He thinks he's got this little thing going on with Cheryl, I think, and it was so bad to watch. When he was starting to walk over to the stage, just thinking, no, don't do it, Lloyd, don't do it, Lloyd, don't do it, Lloyd. And he just went there and Cheryl was like, ah, so bad. It was just cringeworthy TV. Daniel. Now, I've mastered his name. It's Daniel. Not Daniel. Daniel, I think. Anyway, I'm going to... Yeah, that's what I think his name is. I'm not entirely sure. But I loved it this week when Cheryl gave him proper attitude. And she was like, I'm sure he's going to do another big long note at the end, but to be honest, I'm over it. I was like, oh, Cheryl, you bitch. But yeah, I thought Daniel doesn't really do it for me. He's just that's kind of what I get from his singing. I know there's quite a few Daniel lovers now, but he's not really he doesn't really do it for me. And it's true what Cyril says, although he can sing really well, I just don't like the tone of his voice. I'm going to stop with the Daniel impression. But yeah, Louis and Dermot, oh, did you see the little row there? I was engrossed, I was thinking gossip. Louis and Dermot, Louis was like, you're just a presenter, you're just a presenter, I'm the judge, I've got my opinions, you're just a presenter. I was like, Dermot is just trying to be nice to the act, so I felt really sorry for Dermot. And Louis Walsh this season has just come over as a bit of a... He's just come over really rude this season. I mean, Simon usually has an opinion that's really valued, but Louis is just like not like my nan, because my nan's lovely. He's just a nagging old woman, but yeah, there we go. Now, when I heard that Black Eyed Peas and Leona Lewis were going to be on X Factor this week, I was kind of trying to debate who would be on first, because they usually put the lesser of the acts on first. Like when it was Cheryl Cole and Whitney Houston, it was Cheryl Cole on first, obviously. And when it was Robbie Williams and blah blah, I can't remember. But when it was JLS and Bon Jovi, JLS were on first, and then Bon Jovi was on later because he's the biggest act. So this week I was kind of unsure. Would they put Leona on first? Would they put Black Eyed Peas on first? Naturally, they put Black Eyed Peas on first. I thought that was the best choice. I liked Black Eyed Peas' performance. I liked the whole moon thing with Fergie holding on for dear life. Leona Lewis, I think her performance could not go without a mention. I thought it was absolutely flawless. There was a lot of pressure on her and she just delivered. It was amazing. I had nothing bad to say about it. Leona Lewis rocked last night. There was nothing else to say apart from it was a flawless performance. She looked fabulous and she handled herself well in the little brief interview afterwards. So fantastic for Leona, I have nothing bad to say at all. Now let me come on to the biggest issue which has caused the most controversy in X Factor history, possibly ever. Simon Cowell has for weeks slagged off Jedward, John and Edward, but this week he had the opportunity to get rid of them. He just had to say, I'm sending John and Edward home, they would have gone home. But he turned it to the public vote, which was out of order. He said, I'll base my decision on your two singing. Obviously, Lucie gave the flawless performance this week in the little sing-off. Obviously, naturally. And he goes, neither of you are going to win it, so who would I like to see more? And he chose John and Edward. An utterly selfish thing to do, and it has made X Factor a slight joke now. I had a million Facebook and Twitter updates saying, X Factor's a fix, X Factor's a fix, I'm not watching it anymore, biggest joke ever. So yeah, massive, massive upset caused by that. I've whipped through quickly again this week, I'm a bit out of breath though. Shout outs to Alex Hart SpongeBob, let's be honest, who doesn't heart SpongeBob, and Jimmy Thomas 35, hello, hello, hello. Big thank you to everyone that subscribed. It went really mad after the last X Factor vlog. Yeah, so I was just overwhelmed by the response to the last X Factor video, and each one of you that does click subscribe, I know it's only one click, but it really does actually, it really makes me so happy. If I see a new subscriber, I'm like, ah, who is it? Who's subscribed? But yeah, all good times. So yeah, have a fantastic week, guys. Monday morning again, full of energy, looking for the week ahead as always. I don't start my new job this week, that's next week, so I'm making the most of the Lions before the real work starts. Have a fantastic week, guys, and yeah, have a fantastic week. One last little thing, guys. Thank you for watching this long. I know it's been really long this week, but a lot to talk about. I'm going to be posting the ex-fatty video blog on Thursday or Friday. I know I said I'd do it weeks ago about how I lost 6 stone, but it will be happening this week, pictures and all. So do look forward to that. Public humiliation will ensue for Tyler.